Hey there, Jonathan Daugherty here, Future Home Realty. This is my assistant, Annie Marie Daugherty, part of the Daugherty Real Estate team. I'm here today with Glen with Zap It Pest Control. Glen is a WDO inspector, and he also treats houses for termites and a bunch of other stuff. I call him the wood whisperer. So anyways, today we're at a WDO inspection, which is one of the first things we do during the inspection process, because if you have serious well, first of all, it's the cheapest inspection, but second of all, if you have serious WDO inspections, you probably don't want to invest the money into a formal home inspection. So we go over that hurdle before we do the next one. So anyways, I'm going to introduce Glen here, and Glen's going to walk us through and kind of show us what he looks for in a WDO inspection and what things that he finds as well. So anyway, Glen.
Perfect. Let's go up to the house. First thing we're going to do is when we walk up to the house, let's take a picture of the address. So we'll take a picture of the address. We go forward from there. That way we know every picture after that address is to this home. Now we have cheated on this one. We did it before. All right. Normally what we do when we come into a home is we start right at the front door, work our way around the whole platform of the house, upstairs, downstairs, and we're tapping out, and it's what's called sounding out the wood, and it's like this. And people always ask, why are we doing this? And you'll see we hear voids, and when you hear that void, you know there's a problem. I'll give you an example. So if you're coming down this floor, you hear the difference? So you can hear the void. The floor has obviously been damaged. We'll go into other areas.
And that's what these red dots are for here.
Yeah, the red dots are to mark it for the homeowner or for the realtors to see where we found the actual damage. You mark it on the wood right here. So you can obviously hear the sound difference. That's what we're looking for as we go. As we go through a home, we're looking for wings, mud tunnels, hollow points. There's so much going on, there really is. This is an older home, so we have quite a few different things that took place. We have subterranean termite damage. We'll go into this room. We have moisture damage. If you look over here, this is all water that came down the wall and into the floor. So again, if you're tapping out the wood, so you can hear the difference. All right, and then upstairs, we'll see, very rare that you find this in Florida, but we actually have drywood termites as well. Subterranean are a little more popular.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but in Florida, it's pretty much not if you'll get termites, it's when you'll get termites.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's two types of homes here. The ones that have them and the ones that are gonna get them. That's simple. And if you scan down the floor, you'll see the red dots and all the damage to the floor. This floor has been attacked by drywood termites. The difference between a drywood termite and a subterranean termite, the subterranean termite, we're having problems with the assistant.
Oh.
Are we good?
Yeah.
The subterranean termite is in the soil, has to have contact with the soil every 18 hours or so. It needs to pick up moisture. So they're constantly going back and forth. The drywood termite is just that, dry wood. Doesn't need any contact, it's an aerial termite. Oh, they're off living it down. There you go, happy kid. I don't know if you'll be able to pick this up, Jonathan, but this is like a perfect example of the drywood termite. See, the wood looks fine. I take off a piece and there's the actual, these things down here that are bouncing, those pellets.
Yeah.
That's the termite poop.
Okay.
Same thing here. That's all termite poop. They've eaten the wood, they extract the cellulose, and they poop out these pellets,
Interesting.
which is solid wood.
So is it only drywood termites, or does all termites do that?
No, this is just drywood. And this is what it looked like prior. They ate it all the way to the varnish.
Wow.
So you wouldn't have known until we tapped it, it broke, and then there was nothing there behind it.
Interesting. So they eat from the inside out.
Yep, from the center up.
Okay, wonderful. You got that, Annie?
We doing
Yeah.
good?
All
All
right.
right, let's go.
Okay, moving on. Is there anything else upstairs?
No, not that I think of.
Okay.
Let me think here. No, the rest of it's all outside.
All right, so we're gonna go outside. Come on, Annie. We're gonna go outside. What do you think of the house so far? You like it? Yeah, outside. All right, good job. Good job. Woohoo! Yeah. But these houses are really cool. You know, this house is over 100 years old, and so it's obvious there is going to be some damage. But this one kind of has red dots all over.
All right.
But you know what? The thing is,
Find out before you buy it.
find out before you buy it. That way you're going in with eyes wide open. You know, some buyers are fine knowing that it's a 100-year-old home and that there is going to be some damage. The thing that we're always really concerned about, we want to make sure that you know, there's no active stuff, no active things going on. And if there is, it just means that we treat it. All right, so on the outside, what are we looking for here?
Well, being that it is an older home and it's made of wood, we start looking at the wood siding, the wood frame. You know, anything that's made of wood or a wood product, we're going to look at it, and basically we do the same thing on the outside. We start tapping it out, looking for that hollow spot. On this particular home, if you look out here, there's a part of the roof that extends out from the home. It's been completely damaged. It's considered wood decay fungi. The same thing with the under part of the porch. You have a lot of fungi going on. So this will all come up on the report, and it has to be addressed sooner or later.
But it is at the end of the day, it is a very nice porch. And Annie is there with Jonathan, who also works with Zap It.
Yes, Zap It brings his own pests, his own babysitters with him. All right. Now we were tapping out the board over there. I mean, you can hear the sound difference. There's the solid. And then you can hear it's almost like a deading because it's gone. It's all rotted out. There's nothing left. The siding is the same issue. There's so many places. This is old sub damage here. It was up in here. And then we have the wood decay fungi, otherwise known as brown rot. There's your brown rot. All right, we keep on going.
But you can see evidence here that at some point somebody's replaced sections by the, you see the straight line. It looks like somebody cut a straight line there and replaced a section. And there's obviously older wood and newer wood.
You're gonna see that, you know, all these areas are weak. That's all wood decay fungi. I went over this with the actual homeowner. We didn't tear apart the whole house. We don't want to do that. We try not to do that. But you can see, I mean, it should be solid. So if we press on it, it doesn't go anywhere. You go here, it goes right through. So that's the wood decay. Same thing, it's taken place throughout all the siding around this home. But again, the siding's probably 100 years old, just like the house. All right, same thing here, solid, and then you hear the hollow. So that's why the sticker's there. If you press on it, it'll probably give way.
And we don't want to do too much damage.
It's a little weak, it's not completely gone yet.
And so you also have Jonathan, because he's smaller, go underneath the house. And what did you guys find underneath the house here?
He crawled the entire home from underneath. We have photos. That's one of the things that when you have an inspection like this, you're going to receive a written report, and it's going to be followed up with the photos. So there'll be a photo of every single thing that's in the report. Underneath the home, that's the most important thing that we do is photograph it, because it not only shows you the termite problems, it shows you a lot of times other issues as well.
Yeah, and most likely the realtor or the homeowner is not going to be getting underneath the house.
We don't find too many people that say, "Oh, I want to go with you."
Who knows what's underneath there?
Jonathan was under there, and we have photos of old subterranean termite damage. We have photos of wood decay fungi. We have photos of water issues. So
Can you explain what wood decay fungi is?
wood decay fungi is very simply, it's a wood destroying organism. A fungi is a mold or a mushroom, and when wood gets wet, it holds the moisture and it turns into a mold or a fungus. In most cases, it starts becoming fungal. There's an area on the other side of the house we'll show you, and you can actually see the mushrooms starting to grow out of the wood.
Okay, great. Well, actually, I think we can probably wrap it up here. One of the good things about this house,
No, that's fine.
one of the good things about this house is we did talk with the owner, and there is a existing termite treatment bond, which means that if there is live evidence of termites, they will come out and retreat, which is really good. Because the treatment, for this house, to tent the house is probably going to be, what do you think, $4,000 to tent a house?
To tent the house this size? Oh, you're a lot more than that.
Oh, okay.
It goes by cubic feet.
Yeah.
Width, length, height. With the crawl space, you have to add that in as well because you use a lot of gas. You're trying to fill the structure with gas, and you have to hold the gas for a certain period.
So it's very important to keep up those bonds, right?
Yes. Okay, this is all the wood decay fungi. That piece is back there.
Yeah.
I really just, if you want to put it on pause, put it on pause.
But anyways, that's pretty much what we do when we go through and do a WDO inspection. And this isn't the end of the day. Like I said, this is so that the owner has a very clear picture of what is in the house and what condition the house is in. Now, obviously, we will attempt to mitigate the situation with the seller so that we have a happy conclusion for everybody. But as you can see, it's very important because just on a cursory examination, this is a beautiful house, and it still is a beautiful house.